Welcome to The Explainer. Okay, today we are diving headfirst into a massive topic. We're breaking down the ultimate career crossroads faced by almost every single young professional in Nepal. Yep, we're talking about the age-old choice between a private job and a government job. This really isn't just about paying the bills. It's a generational tug of war. You've got traditional family pressure pushing for security on one side and modern ambitions screaming for rapid success on the other. It's that classic debate echoing in living rooms, coffee shops, and university hallways all across the country. But today, we're cutting through all the rumors and the noise. We're going to look strictly at the facts, lay them all out, and give you the ultimate objective scorecard to help you decide your future. Because really, it all boils down to one fundamental dilemma. Do you play it safe, or do you grow fast? Think about it. Do you want the comfort of a guaranteed safety net, or do you want to strap yourself to a rocket ship and just see how high you can go? This explainer is designed to be your definitive guide to answering that exact question. We're going to break this entire showdown down into 8 specific categories fought across 3 distinct rounds.
All right, let's kick things off with round 1, security, salary, and pressure.
Starting with job security. And right out of the gate, the government path comes out swinging. It offers very high security and a permanent position. Basically, once you're in, you are in. The private path, on the other hand, well, it's inherently riskier. Your security there is entirely dependent on your ongoing performance, not to mention the financial health of the company you're actually working for. So, for unmatched permanence and that deep peace of mind, we have to award the first definitive win to the government sector.
But wait, the private sector hits right back when we look at salary and income growth. The government side is highly predictable, right? You have a fixed salary and a very slow, strictly scheduled increment system. But on the private side, we see what economists like to call a skills premium. Simply put, if you possess high-demand skills, your earning potential is significantly higher, and your income can grow incredibly fast. You're not sitting around waiting years for a pay bump. If you deliver value, you get rewarded instantly. So, the private sector takes a clear, undisputed win in the income category.
However, that fast money usually comes with a catch. When we compare work pressure and time, the government sector takes the lead right back. A government role typically guarantees fixed working hours and, generally speaking, less day-to-day pressure. It offers a structured, reliable work-life balance. The private sector, well, it's pretty notorious for long hours and high-pressure environments. If you want a life that is clearly and strictly separated from your work, the government sector easily wins this round.
Moving right along, let's jump into round 2, growth, status, and skills.
Now, what's truly fascinating here is the stark contrast in how you actually move up the ladder. In a government job, promotion is largely time-based. It's slow. Honestly, you often just have to wait your turn in the hierarchy. The private sector completely wins here because it operates on a ruthless but highly rewarding performance-based system. Hard work, innovation, actual results, those are rewarded with fast promotions. You don't have to wait for the person above you to retire. You literally just have to outperform them.
Yet, we absolutely cannot ignore the cultural reality, especially when we're talking about the context of Nepal. When it comes to social status, the government sector easily secures a massive, undeniable win. A government post commands incredibly high respect in society. Families and communities view it as a prestigious, almost ultimate achievement. The private sector, while it's definitely growing in prestige, still really only offers moderate social status. It heavily depends on your specific position or the brand name of your company. But in the eyes of society, the government job is still king.
But don't count the private sector out just yet. They level the playing field again when we look at skill development. Government jobs can sometimes box you in, offering limited exposure and pretty repetitive tasks, depending on your department. The private sector is a totally different beast. It literally forces high learning and continuous innovation just to survive in the market. It's a highly dynamic environment that constantly sharpens your tools. If you're someone who gets bored easily and craves constant reinvention, this dynamic environment is exactly where you win. All right, entering the final stretch, round 3, opportunities and retirement.
When it comes to pure opportunity, it's honestly a numbers game. The government has a finite, highly limited number of positions available, and the competition is notoriously fierce. I mean, just look at the intense, grueling reality of the Lok Seva exams. The private sector takes a massive win here for pure volume and variety. There are just countless opportunities spread across multiple, totally diverse industries. Whether you want to work in tech, finance, tourism, or healthcare, the private market is vast and it is constantly expanding.
But as we reach the finish line of our comparison, the government sector secures a crucial point in a category that matters deeply to so many: retirement benefits.
The government path provides legendary long-term benefits, most notably that guaranteed pension. It ensures a profound peace of mind, knowing you're taken care of long after you actually stop working. The private sector simply struggles to compete here. Retirement benefits are highly limited and entirely dependent on the specific policies of individual companies. So for long-term peace of mind, the government takes it.
Okay, let's tally this all up and look at the quick comparison scorecard.
Look at that. It perfectly illustrates just how beautifully balanced this debate really is. The government sector takes 4 points, winning on security, work pressure, social status, and retirement. And the private sector takes 4 points, winning on salary growth, career growth, skill growth, and opportunities. It is a perfect tie. Mathematically, based on the factors we've laid out, this proves that neither sector is universally superior to the other.
Which brings us to the most important part, making your decision. Because the score is a dead tie, the real question isn't which path is universally better, but which path is better for you. If you choose a government job, you are actively choosing a life defined by stability and security. If you choose a private job, you're choosing a life fueled by growth and opportunity. Your choice depends entirely on your own personality. Do you value knowing exactly what tomorrow brings? Or do you crave the thrill of building something faster and bigger?
Ultimately, there is no magical, universal best job out there. The best job is simply the choice that aligns perfectly with your own personal life goals. It's about matching the stark realities of these sectors with the reality of what you actually want out of your life.
We've laid out the facts, we've tallied the scores, and we've shown you exactly what each path offers. So, play it safe or grow fast. And hey, remember, who says you can't start in one and pivot to the other as your life changes? But for right now, which one are you choosing? Drop down into the comments right now and declare your path. Type government or type private. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive, and I will see you on the next explainer.